Greetings. I wanted to just share with you some thoughts about the milestone one that's due this week. In this milestone, you're going to be putting together a proposal for your final paper, which is a literary comparison between two of the books that you'll be reading. We're already reading The Hunger Games, and you'll also be reading The Road and Gone Girl. And while it's kind of a disadvantage to be having to write a proposal without having read these other two books. It is possible, and I'm going to help you through that. Beginning with, there's a summary here of both of the books you're about to read, and that should be helpful. But I think if I just talk through a little bit of the rubric, I'm hoping that it will help you to kind of see what the expectations are of the assignment and what I'll be looking for as I read your first uh, milestone here. It goes through a whole list of the elements that should be included, including theme, and you know what themes are, the two texts, literary devices. Note when you click on this link to literary devices, it brings up an exhausting list that is somewhat overwhelming. I can try and take a quick look here. Uh, it just goes on forever. And you're welcome to use this. I'm not downplaying that, but some of these literary devices, quite honestly, are more appropriate for poetry and for other disciplines. So you may want to kind of hone down. And I've got a list that I'm including under this video as well that has top 10, 20 maybe that are used in literature in the way that we would be wanting to analyze things like mode or mood, motif, symbols, uh, allegories, foreshadowing, um, cliffhangers. Those kinds of devices are probably going to be more likely to be easier, and I don't mean easier, but more accessible to delve deeper into the work. And then a working thesis statement, and I'm quite a stickler about that. And again, there's some help on the thesis statement here and in the resources beneath this video. The commercial success, historical influences, and writing mechanics. And this really just follows the rubric. Under theme, I want to know that you are looking at themes such as we've discussed this week, symbols, as we discussed, identity, um, rebellion, sacrifice. Those are all great themes. Identify the two texts, identify a literary device that supports that theme, right? Symbols support the theme of rebellion. We talked about that kind of thing. A working thesis statement includes the the uh, the theme of sacrifice uh, is seen in both The Road and Hunger Games, and it is done so through the use of personal expression and symbols and within the plot itself. And that is a comparison that gives me all the information in one sentence for the thesis. Um, we've talked about commercial success, and you kind of have to, imagine why these other books were successful. It's not too hard. There's reviews that talk about it up here as well in these links. And then finally, historical influence. And these are all contemporary books. So if you know the basic theme or plot of these three stories, you can talk a little bit about that. So I hope that is helpful. It's kind of a quick overview of what is expected. And again, there are resources here, and there's a list of resources under this video. And if you need help, please contact me. I'll be happy to do my best to guide you through this process.